Welcome to GovDash Academy. Today's course is GovDash 101, the ultimate kickstart for your journey with us. Our goal today is for you to leave with the understanding, tools, and resources you need to have a successful first week with GovDash. We don't just want to give you information. We want to equip you with what you need to get value from the platform starting today. We have 3 additional deep dive sessions planned where we cover each area of the product in depth, so don't worry if you come away with more questions than you started with. That's the goal of today. You will learn how to master GovDash by the end of session 4. Today is about the art of what's possible. All right, let's get into it. What is GovDash? GovDash, at its core, is an operating system for GovCon business development teams. And I know that's a big claim, so let me explain what I mean by that. If you've been in this industry for any amount of time, you know what the typical tech stack looks like. You've got SharePoint over here, you've got an Excel pipeline tracker over there, maybe Salesforce, maybe a shared drive full of old proposals that nobody can find anything in, a capture tool that doesn't talk to your proposal tool, a proposal tool that doesn't know anything about your past performance. And then you've got a half dozen logins to keep track of on top of all of it. GovDash replaces that patchwork. It brings your contracts, your capture pipeline, and your proposals into one connected platform. And it's not just that they're in the same place. They actually talk to each other. What you do in one area feeds the next. That has never existed in GovCon before. At least, not in a way that actually works. Now, you've probably seen AI tools. Maybe you've used ChatGPT for some proposal work, or you've taken demos from other platforms. Those tools are valuable, and they have their place. But here's where GovDash is fundamentally different. Most AI tools give you a chatbot. You type in a prompt, you get a response. And for some things, that's fine. But when you're trying to win a government contract, a generic AI response is not going to cut it. Because everybody has access to the same generic AI. Everybody can write a decent-sounding proposal now. That playing field has been leveled. So the question becomes, what's your actual competitive advantage? It's not the words on paper anymore. It's your past performance. It's your relationships. It's your subject matter expertise. It's your intel and your understanding of the customer. These are things that AI cannot fake, but that it can leverage. And that's exactly what GovDash does. When you upload your past performance into GovDash, you're teaching the system who your company is, what you've actually done, what capabilities you bring to the table. So when GovDash writes a proposal section for you, it's not guessing. It's pulling from your real history. That's the difference between generic AI output and a first draft that sounds like your best proposal manager wrote it on their best day. And I want to be clear about something. GovDash is not here to replace your proposal team or your capture team. That is not possible, and anyone who tells you otherwise is going to learn a tough lesson. People still win contracts. Strategy still matters. Relationships still matter. What GovDash does is take the tedious, time-consuming parts of the process, things that used to take hours or days of manual work, and it handles them. So your team gets their time back, and they can reinvest that time into what actually moves the needle, which is strategy, solutioning, building relationships, and understanding your customer. The way we think about it at GovDash is simple. The goal is to win the contract, not just submit the proposal. Submission feels great. You've been working hard, you hit send, and there's a sense of accomplishment. But at the end of every proposal is a contract. And if winning is your goal, then you have to think about everything that goes into winning, not just the writing. Winning proposals aren't created in a vacuum. They're a team sport that starts long before the RFP drops. You need recent, relevant, positive past performance. You need customer understanding and the right solution. And you need a compliant and compelling response. GovDash brings those 3 things together in one platform and helps your whole team contribute, no matter what their role is. So let's talk about how GovDash is actually structured, because it maps directly to the GovCon lifecycle. And that's intentional. GovDash has 3 main areas: contract, capture, and proposal. Each one serves a specific purpose, and each one feeds the next. Contract is your foundation. This is where your past performance lives. When you upload your contracts, your performance work statements, your CPARs, your deliverables, your status reports, GovDash processes all of it and builds a detailed picture of what your company has done. This becomes your source of truth. Every time you upload a document, GovDash is analyzing it, tagging it, creating connections between people, companies, agencies, and capabilities. Your documents stop being static files sitting in a folder somewhere. They become a living, searchable knowledge base that powers everything else in the platform. And this is important. The more you put into your contract data, the better everything else in GovDash becomes. Your opportunity recommendations get more relevant, your capabilities assessments get more accurate, your proposal content gets more specific and compelling. This is the foundation, and we're going to spend all of Session 2 showing you how to get this set up. But I want you to understand why it matters so much. Capture is where business development happens. This is your pipeline. This is where you find opportunities, qualify them, and decide what to pursue. GovDash gives you Discover, which automatically matches you with opportunities from SAM, eBuy, and other sources based on your actual past performance, not just your NAICS codes, but what you've actually done. It gives you a fully customizable pipeline with drag and drop management, capture plans, gate reviews, and solutioning questions built on best practices. And it can shred solicitations for you in minutes, pulling out requirements, evaluation criteria, and compliance elements so your team can quickly assess whether an opportunity is worth pursuing. One of the most powerful things in Capture is the capabilities matrix. You can run a capabilities assessment against any opportunity, and GovDash will map your past performance to the task areas in the solicitation. In minutes, you know exactly where you're strong, where you have gaps, and where you might need a teaming partner. That used to be an entire day of work. We're going to go deep on all of this in Session 3. And then Proposal is where you turn all of that work into a winning submission. You upload your solicitation documents, and GovDash generates a compliant outline with a full compliance matrix. You don't have to copy and paste requirements out of an RFP into an Excel spreadsheet anymore. That alone is 8 hours of work that just goes away. But here's where it gets really powerful. GovDash gives you writing plans. These are where you put your strategy. Your bullet points about what to emphasize, what differentiators to highlight, what approach to describe. And GovDash takes those strategic instructions and generates narrative that sounds like your company, not a machine. Because it's pulling from your actual contracts, your actual past performance, and the specific guidance your team provided. The difference between content generated with writing plans and content generated without them is night and day. We're going to show you this transformation in Session 4, and I promise you it's going to change how you think about proposal writing. These 3 areas, contract, capture, and proposal, are connected end to end. Anything you do in one area carries forward to the next. You never have to start over, and your whole team can work within the same system, from the capture manager tracking the pipeline to the proposal manager writing sections to the contracts team managing past performance. Everyone is on the same page, working from the same data. Okay, now I want to introduce you to something that's going to change how you work day to day. Dash. Dash is the AI assistant built into GovDash, and it's available everywhere in the platform. You'll see the blue circle icon in the bottom right corner of every page. Click it and you can ask questions, generate content, run research, whatever you need. What makes Dash different from a regular chatbot is context. Dash knows where you are in GovDash and what you're working on. If you're looking at an opportunity record and you ask Dash a question, it's going to answer using the data from that opportunity. If you're in your contract inventory and you ask who on your team has experience with a certain agency, Dash will search across your entire contract library to find the answer. You can ask things like, summarize the customer requirements from this PWS, or which of our contracts have cloud migration experience? Or, identify companies that would be good primes for this opportunity. That last one is really powerful because Dash can search the web too. So it's looking at the opportunity requirements and then researching potential partners based on what the solicitation actually asks for. That's capture analyst work that used to take hours, and now it takes minutes. You can also use Dash to generate long-form content. If you need a capability statement tailored to a specific opportunity, you can ask for it, and Dash will generate it based on your actual past performance and the task areas from the solicitation. It'll even let you edit it in a canvas right inside GovDash, or export it directly into your company's Word template. No copying and pasting. Your styles are already applied, and that brings me to the Word Assistant. If your team lives in Microsoft Word, and most proposal teams do, this is going to be critical for you. The Word Assistant is a Microsoft Word add-in that connects directly to all of your GovDash data. You can highlight text in your proposal, click Substantiate, and GovDash will search your past performance for real examples and metrics to back up your claims. It shows you exactly which contracts it referenced, so you can verify everything. You can also use it to rewrite sections, put content in active voice, convert text to tables, generate images, and respond to review comments. All of it connected to your actual data. Here's why this matters for your workflow. During reviews, during pink team, red team, gold team, your reviewers are making comments in Word. And now, your writers can respond to those comments and strengthen their content without ever leaving the document. They've got their full GovDash knowledge base right there in the sidebar. That is a massive time saver during crunch time. Before we get into getting started, I want to spend a minute on security, because I know this matters to everyone in this room. GovDash runs inside AWS GovCloud. That's infrastructure certified at the FedRAMP high impact level, the same environment federal agencies themselves rely on. We offer single tenant deployment, which means your data is completely isolated. There is no possibility of data mixing between clients. Your instance is yours alone. Your data is never shared with other customers. It's never used to train AI models. When you ask Dash a question or use the Word Assistant, that interaction is processed in the moment and not retained afterward. Nothing goes anywhere you don't expect it to. GovDash is designed to meet NIST 800, 171, and FedRAMP moderate requirements. We use encryption at rest and in transit, strict access controls, and continuous monitoring. Security is not something we added later. It's the foundation we built on. We know the work you do is sensitive, and we built GovDash accordingly. Okay, so here's where we shift from why GovDash to how to get going. And I mean this week. The goal of this session is not just to educate you. It's to get you into GovDash and doing real work that makes your life easier immediately. So let me walk you through the things you should do first. Number 1, get your team in. Go to Settings, Members, Invite Teammate. Enter their email, assign them a role, and send the invite. You can invite as many people as you want at no extra cost. There are 3 default roles: admin for full access, including settings and integrations, editor for folks who create and manage content, and reader for view-only access. You can also create custom roles with granular permissions if you need to. Our recommendation is to start with your core BD and proposal team and expand from there. If you need help figuring out the right role structure, our support team is ready to help. Number 2, connect your integrations. If your team uses SharePoint, Salesforce, eBuy, GovWin, or if you need SSO through Microsoft Entra or Okta, all of those integrations are available in Settings under Integrations. We have step-by-step setup guides in the Help Center for every single one of these, and our support team can walk you through them if you need a hand. The most common ones we see teams set up first are SharePoint, so they can upload documents directly, and SSO, so the login experience is smooth for their whole team. Number 3, and this is the big one, start uploading your contracts. Go to Contract in the left navigation, click Add New Contract, and start with the ones you know best. For each contract, you need at minimum the main contract document and the performance work statement or statement of work. Those 2 documents are required for GovDash to use that contract as past performance in your proposals. But if you can go beyond the basics, upload your CPARs, your status reports, your deliverables, your resumes of key personnel, every document you add makes GovDash smarter about who you are and what you've accomplished. I know uploading contracts feels like a big lift, but here's how I think about it. Every contract you upload is an investment that pays off over and over again. It pays off in better proposal content. It pays off in more relevant opportunity recommendations. It pays off in faster capabilities assessments. You do it once, and GovDash uses it everywhere. So even if you start with 5 contracts this week, you're already ahead of where you were yesterday. Number 4, check out Discover. This is your opportunity matching engine. Once you have some contracts uploaded, go to Discover and see what GovDash is recommending for you. You can create recommendation profiles to save your filter settings so you can quickly switch between different searches. Set 1 as your default, and GovDash will email you a daily digest of relevant opportunities. No more manually checking SAM every morning. And number 5, try Dash and set up the Word Assistant. Open Dash from any page in GovDash, the blue circle in the bottom right, and just start asking it questions. Ask it about your contracts. Ask it about an opportunity. Ask it to generate a capability statement. Get comfortable with it. And then go to Settings, Word Assistant, and follow the install steps to get the add-in into your Microsoft Word. Or, if your organization manages your Microsoft environment centrally, your IT admin can deploy it to the whole team. We have a deployment guide in the Help Center for that. Those 5 things: get your team in, connect your integrations, start uploading contracts, check out Discover, and try Dash in the Word Assistant. That's your week 1 checklist. And if you do those 5 things, you are going to start seeing the value immediately. One more thing. Our support team is here for all of this. These are real people, former proposal authors, contract experts, bid managers who have been in your shoes. If you get stuck on anything, if you need help figuring out what to upload first, if you have questions about integrations, reach out. That's what we're here for. You're not in this alone. Before I hand it back to the pro team for closing Q&A, let me give you a quick preview of what's coming in the next 3 sessions. Session 2 is all about contracts. We're going to go deep on how to build your contract inventory, how to manage task orders and modifications, how to use Dash to search across your entire past performance library, and why the documents you upload are the single biggest driver of quality across the entire platform. Session 3 is Capture. We'll cover Discover in depth, pipeline customization, capture plans, gate reviews, the capabilities matrix, and shred mode for analyzing solicitations quickly. This is where your BD team is going to get really excited. Session 4 is the big one, proposal. We're going to take an opportunity all the way from outline to a generated proposal. And the centerpiece of that session is writing plans, because that is the single most impactful thing you can do to get better output from GovDash. I'll show you the before and after, and I promise it will change how you think about AI-generated proposals. Each session builds on the last. It mirrors the way you actually work, from contract history to finding opportunities to writing the proposal. So if you can, attend all 4. You'll come out of this series not just knowing how to use GovDash, but understanding how to make it a genuine competitive advantage for your organization. See you next time!